Good evening, everyone. Is everyone online?
Good evening.
Okay, so this is a press briefing presented by Bwalia Mlenga, that's me, and then the members, that's Mr. Banda Asha, Mr. Mwela, and Mr. Ntolo. So this is the first intake for nursing that came in 2020 for the second year. So right now they're going into their fourth year. That one is pharmacy. It's also the first intake going into their fourth year. So the press briefing updates. The first one is accommodation. The second one, payments. Third one, dress code. Fourth one, requirements. 5, it's seniority. And the sixth one is attendance and time. So when you want to find out about something, you can actually ask after I go through. So update 1, accommodation. So accommodation, that's the last resort. So we do acknowledge that the fact that the institution Mulungushi University Town Campus has limited bed spaces, and as much as most of our fellow students must resort to staying at boarding houses. So the number of the number of bed spaces at Town Campus that are left are about 46. So that's the remaining for the second years that are yet to come. Is there anyone that would want to ask about the accommodation? Turai, you can go ahead.
So I wanted to ask, since you're saying there are only 48 bed spaces left at campus, so we can only get access to it like when we reach that side, or is there someone we can call so that they reserve a bed space for us?
Okay, reserving can't work out, so you have to come physical. You have to come in person so that you register in the hall attendance office. So you have to make sure you come in during that day. You have to be here early morning waiting for the hall attendant so that you can register for a bed space.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, so my advice was everyone should try looking for accommodation just in case, because you have to first scout. It's a new area and not everyone knows about Town Campus. So it's something new for all students and also me, because almost everyone was accommodated in school. So yeah, the first intake that will be having boarding houses. So you have to make sure we try to look for contacts so that it makes it much more easier. Are we okay? We can move to the second update.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
So the second one is payments. So you have to stay calm. So the union would like to appeal to the student populace to stay calm and ensure they pay tuition fees on time, so that you're able to see results once they're out, as well as enabling the institution to run smoothly, so that we have a smooth academic year ahead. So we have Moodle. So through the accounts department, there's a percentage that you have to pay so that you have access to Moodle. So the institution runs through the tuition fee. We have online lessons and physical lessons at the same time. We have equipment. The institution has to keep on running through tuition fees. Any question on the payments? or we can move forward. Hello? Okay,
Yeah, we are getting you.
we move forward. Okay, so we move forward to update 3.
I have a question on the tuition fee.
Okay, you can go ahead. You can ask your question on the tuition fee. Oh, Naomi, you can go ahead.
Hello, can you get me?
Yes, can get you.
I was asking that the method of paying, since they say you're supposed to pay 50% of the tuition fee, do you pay like the 50% of the 7,000 and something, or is the 50% of the 22,000?
Oh, okay. So the best guidance that you can get is this week, where you get feedback from the accounts department. So there's a report that has been taken to the accounts department on how much you're supposed to pay for term 1. Are we on the same page now?
No.
Okay, so
Because if you say the starting of terms, it means we are supposed to pay, maybe if they say 50%, we'll consider the 50% of 7,000 and something. So
yes,
I don't know.
yes, that's how it's supposed
Is
to
it
be.
the
Since it's
50% of
term 1.
7,000 or the 22,000?
Yes, it's supposed to be for term 1, but it will be clarified during the course of the week.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So update 3, that's dress code. So as medical students, you have to be presentable to the society, even in the hospital and within campus. So for male students, you have to have short beards and short hair. No dreadlocks, no shorts, no slippers, no sandals, no vests, no earrings, no caps or hats, no ripped jeans, have black or brown shoes, brown smart shoes, or only closed shoes. So the closed shoes can be sneakers or canvas, just like that. So I think it's for female, you shouldn't have colored hair, like colors like red, blue, green, pink. I think it's clear on the colored hair. So no ripped clothing or exposing body parts, just dress to normal. No shorts, no slippers, no sandals, no ripped jeans, no mini skates, no caps, no hats. Have a black or brown smart shoe, and also closed shoes like sneakers, canvas, and the like. Then on your body, you shouldn't have long nails or many earrings and neck chains. Is it clear with everyone? So these rules apply for pharmacy students and nursing students. Does anyone have a question on the dress code?
No.
Okay, thank you. So update 4, the requirements. So for nursing, we have a nursing uniform, a lab coat, blue pen, black pen, red pen, thermometer, that's analog and digital. You have to have a stethoscope. nursing scissors, nursing chain, Android BP machine, flannel, calculator, nursing watch, notebook, task notebook, and ream of paper. That's for the nursing students. For pharmacy students, have your lab coat, ream of paper, and calculator. And sometimes a stethoscope is also needed because of other lab procedures that are involved. The other requirements will be known when you come into school. Is everyone clear with the requirements, or we can move forward?
Clear.
It's clear. Okay.
Yes, clear.
Oh, Amos, you can go ahead.
Yes, I was just asking, are we supposed to get those things from the school? I mean, are we supposed to buy those things from the school? Just have to buy them outside or elsewhere?
Okay, so for the nursing uniform, you buy it from the school. The lab coats, I think you have them from main campus. In your first year, you bought lab coats for your labs. And then these other requirements, yes, okay, the people who can organize for you, if you would want to buy in school, again, you can also buy on your own. So would you want an option of where these items are organized for you?
All right, thanks.
Okay. Okay, so we move to the...
Just a minute. I wanted to learn more about the lab coats. Do they supposed to have a logo, even a plain white lab coat to work?
Okay, they can have a logo or plain white lab coat. It's still fine.
Okay, thank you.
So seniority. So this is what you have to take note. So there's a respect flow. That's HOD, coordinator, lecturers, and tutors, hall attendant, administration, and hostel and outdoor maintenance. So even the minister, class representative, and hostel rep or other task delegates and senior students. So you have to follow instructions, cooperate, and have order. So respect their time for attending the services. As they say, age is just a number, but have respect for the elderly and everyone around you. We have no idea who they were before we knew them or what they hold for you. So all school activities and programs come from the respect flow. So we have instructions that are given to the classroom. So some of these instructions, they come from Livingstone or within town campus, some from main campus. So you have to follow them because majority of the departments are not by town campus. They're in Livingstone and main campus. Is it clear with this one for seniority?
Yeah, I'm sure it's very clear, the minister, sir. Yeah, just to throw you back on the issue of accommodation. If the spaces are occupied in school, how far are those boarding houses from the school?
Okay,
Or are they owned by the school or just some individuals who offer them?
Okay, the school doesn't have boarding houses. It just has one hostel by town campus. So the boarding houses, you have to source them out as an individual student.
Okay.
Okay, so we go to update 6, attendance and time. So student attendance is an important factor for the students. Attendance is one of the important aspects of performance. So poor attendance puts pressure on pharmacy and nursing students because they have to take on your responsibilities in addition to their own. Attend orientation classes, department meetings, lecturers meetings, hostel meetings, class rep meetings, hostel rep meetings, just all meetings. So on attendance, you find that attendance is important for your CA. Your presence in class is the most important key factor. You have to make sure all classes you attend, whether offline or online. And then time management, you have to be in class 10 minutes before the lecture, which runs from 8 to 17. Some might go beyond or during the night time. So for time management, whether online or physical, you have to log in earlier. Are we clear on attendance? So I can move forward.
Yeah, I'm sure, so you can proceed.
Okay. So this is the student committee team in Bytown campus. So that's Axon Wheeler, Mr. Banda Asha, and James Intolo. So we have an interaction right now so that you find out on your academic learning. So I'll start with the pharmacy courses. So pharmacy courses, in your first year, you have human physiology, physical and organic pharmaceutical chemistry, human anatomy, pharmaceutics, medical microbiology, cytology, general and metabolic biochemistry. That's for pharmacy courses. So the ones that you'll be sharing with the nurses is human physiology, human anatomy, microbiology and parasitology, and biochemistry. Is anyone clear with the courses for pharmacy?
No, not clear. We had some noise in the background.
Okay, let me repeat myself. So the first year, you have human physiology, physical and organic pharmaceutical chemistry, human anatomy, pharmaceutics, medical microbiology and parasitology, general and metabolic biochemistry. So the courses that you share with the nurses are human physiology, human anatomy, microbiology and parasitology, and biochemistry. Is it clear on the academic part on the courses for pharmacy?
Yes, that one is clear now.
Okay. So for nursing, Mr. Banda will run you through with the courses that you have.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, so for the courses that the nurses are going to be taking, like Minister said, anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and microbiology are taken by both nursing and pharmacy. And these courses are mainly lectured by the Livingston lecturers. So you're going to discover that most of the time you're going to be learning these courses online, unless the university decides to employ new lecturers for these courses. But as it stands, these courses you are going to be attending online. So then the other courses for the nurses, you've got ethics nursing, you've got behavioral science, and you've got fundamentals in nursing. Yes, so those together with biochemistry, anatomy, physiology, and microbiology. So those are your courses for the second year. And then as you proceed, they're going to communicate. But sometimes they do change. They might add or subtract a few courses. So just be ready for that. But as it stands, those are the basic courses that you guys are going to be taking as nurses. They're about 7. Yes. So any questions on those? Tara, you've got a question?
Yes, thank you. I wanted to ask about the same courses. So if we'll be taking the same courses with the nurses, does that mean that we'll be attending all together or is it separate?
Okay. So you are going to be attending the courses together. Yeah, so basically the content is the same, but the exam paper might differ. But most of the time, you guys are going to be learning the same things. For example, in anatomy and physiology, you might learn the same things, modules are the same, but you discover that there's certain areas that nurses focus on and certain areas that pharmacists focus on. So it is the same anatomy, the same principles and everything, but there's just certain things that differ just a little bit. So you guys are going to be learning together. There's times when these lecturers come from Livingstone for block lectures. They come so that you do physical lectures and labs with them. So they'll tell you to say these areas, it's the pharmacists who need to focus more on this. These areas, it's the nurses. So microbiology, parasitology, that's one course. It differs for the nurses and it differs for the pharmacists, but basically most of the things are the same. So you can study the same content, but there's just a few things that will differ. So more details will be shared by your lecturers, but as it stands, that's the way it is. Is the answer clear?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, just to inquire more on the online learning, sir. I need more light on this. Does the school have Wi-Fi such that students will be using it for free, or is self-provisions in terms of vendors? And how effective is it? Because I remember on the main campus we suffered to have online lessons. Yeah, so we were striving on our own. We don't know how effective it is that side. Can you shed more light on that?
Okay, so on university services like Wi-Fi, okay, main campus, you can understand the location. So in Kawe, we're in the middle of town. So the Wi-Fi here is quite better than the one by main campus, and almost the entire school has got Wi-Fi.
Okay, so in terms of effectiveness, the way the lecturers teachers, do they really teach, or we were suffering because some were not teaching. We were told to say they'll be teaching on the main campus. No, you'll be having online classes, yet they never even sent a link for students to join the meeting.
Okay, here 99.9% classes takes place.
All right, so for the lectures, here's the way it is. You are going to be taught because now you've majored into your exact program, the program that you came here for. So if you've got any complaints in terms of the learning system and everything, you can actually take it up to your head of department for that specific program, either nursing or pharmacy. So otherwise, there's effective learning, and it's just now up to you, the student, to, run along with what you're being taught. The lectures are just okay, and everything is okay, unless you're having trouble with understanding what's being taught, or the online classes are not working for most students. Then the university or management might find a way of, dealing with that. But as it stands, previous students haven't complained much on that. The lectures are fine, and as you know, we are progressing. So online learning is one thing that we're going to have to embrace. But as time goes on, they might bring in lecturers that will do physical classes. But as it stands, the classes are okay, the lecturers are okay, and the lessons are okay. Is it clear?
Yeah, very much clear.
Okay, so on university life experience, we have sporting activities, Okay, like we also have social places around town campus, like also the stadium, the Kabawara Stadium. You can have time to interact with students also here. We have social gatherings. That's all. Then we go to university services. So we have Wi-Fi, a library that can accommodate, I think, less than 40 students, and a skills lab for the nurses. The other services, you're going to see them later on when you come, when you just come in next month.
Okay, so
this,
I want to find out as well on the recreation facilities. Does the town campus have recreation facilities for football, volleyball, and netball as well? And if any, is it mandatory to attend those?
Okay, so when it comes to recreational activities, there's actually a football team for those who like playing football. There's like a small ground just at town campus, which is used for football. But occasionally, the minister and the sporting guys can organize for students who are interested in sports to actually have games in Kawara Stadium. So in terms of recreational activities, there's that. The union does organize things like movie nights. There's that. And there's actually a place that's better than Chivende. Yeah, those coming from N campus. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Chivende. So there's a club for those who like clubbing and stuff on Fridays and Saturdays, the weekend. So there's a place called The Wow just opposite the school. So for students who like, partying and everything like that, there's such a place. And many more social activities. So we're working on more things, and actually we can hear from you guys if you've got suggestions and ideas on how we can improve social interactions. We are all ears and we're ready to listen. Is it clear on that?
Yes, it's clear.
All right. So it's going to cut soon. You're going to be sent a link and you can join again because Zoom only runs for 5 minutes.
okay, so there's a new service by town campus. That's private tuitions and guide. I think let Mr. Banda run you through.
All right, so we came up with this program because nursing and pharmacy, or let me say medical courses, are quite challenging. So, and most students have been asking for this service, but then the school wasn't ready to provide. So it is a service we came up with together with the student union to say, we can actually be providing tuition services for students who are having challenges with the courses that are being taught. So we sat down and we came up with a strategy for assisting students who are going to be having challenges. So we are going to ask in the groups, those who are going to be interested, because as you start these courses, you're going to discover to say they're quite challenging, especially if you haven't learned about them and everything. For example, the anatomies, the physiologies, and for the third year students, those previous second year students, there's pathology, there's pharmacology, and all those things. So yes, we came up with this program. So since it is not the school that provided this service, it is the union together with private tutors, we are going to be providing these tuitions specifically as a private service, together with guidance on how you can go about with, studying and everything that is required of you at town campus. So there's going to be certain payments for you to access these tuitions, which will be communicated later on. But for now, that's all you need to know to say there's a service that's going to be offering private tuitions for those who are going to need them or require these services. Any questions on that? Okay, so if there's no questions, we can proceed. All right, so other activities, we've got religious activities that go on here. It's not just the partying, learning, and these are things. So there's three main organizations at town campus when it comes to religious services. There's the Christian Fellowship, and then there's also another fellowship which is offered by Pastor Kamana, and Vespers. So I'll start with the Vespers. On Fridays, I don't know if they're going to extend to Wednesdays and Fridays. This one is organized by the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So it is for everyone who wants to attend. They usually meet around 18:30 on Fridays. Then there's Pastor Kamana who comes on Saturdays, and then there's a Christian Fellowship on Sundays. So the Christian Fellowship is for all students, pharmacy and nursing. It is the main religious organization for both programs. Okay, so I think we can resume the meeting. Yes, so I was saying there's three main institutions for religious activities. Vespers, which is organized by the SDHH. Then there's another fellowship that is organized by Pastor Kamana, which happens on Saturdays, and the Christian Fellowship, 16 hours on Sunday for everyone now, for the nurses and the pharmacists. So you can pick whichever suits you. For those who are comfortable with Vespers on Friday, you can go there. Christian Fellowship. But these services will mainly resume after the seniors are back in school. I think that will be a week after you guys report. So yeah, just a week after that, then they will explain better on how you can go about these religious activities. So yeah, any questions about that?
Do you guys go to church? So arrangements for services, tuitions, orders, business products, or many more, you can let me know. So if you're a student that's involved in business, you can always let me know so that it's easier for you to do your business in school, since business is not allowed in school. I think we're done for our presentation. Those are my contact details. I think you have them, like my YouTube channel, that's Mlenga. My email address here, gmail.com. My phone number, 09796402. And my accounts are there. So thank you for your time. So anyone that will want to ask final questions, like Annie, I think you had a question that you had some time back.
Okay. I was thinking about some of us that are on sponsorship. I saw a requirement that we're supposed to pay 50% of our tuition fees. So my thought was maybe we wait until that money reflects. Maybe that would be done before we report, or we still have to pay. And then maybe the money can be used for something else after the Loans and Scholarship Board have paid for that. So I just needed clarification on that. That's all.
So when you pay, the Loans and Scholarship Board will come in for screening, I think somewhere in November, October, November, for the returning students.
Meaning we have to pay?
Yes, you just have to pay so that you're able to be on the safe side before the Loans and Scholarship Board.
Thank you.
There's another question from Mwala.
Yes, some of us came late, so I'd like to know if there is a recording for this so that we can hear what you said.
Okay, to be sent to. Okay, to be sent to.
How can?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Moses, you can go ahead.
All right, the minister, I also want to know on the same issue of accommodation. Yeah, how does the school prioritize? Because if it's for those under scholarship board, those guys they take time to send the money. So if we say they should look for BHs, it's another issue. Maybe someone completely does not have money to pay for accommodation in the beach. Unlike when that person is in school, is accommodated in school, the student loans can handle that as quick as possible? How is there any priority for those under the loans?
Okay, so on the accommodation, it was a discussion that I had last night, and I'll give you feedback, I think on Monday or Tuesday. On Monday or Tuesday concerning the loans. So on the loans, I know a lot of students have got 75%, some have got 100, and they're the people that are supposed to be advantaged because the payment is supposed to reflect as soon as possible. Now there's an issue of there's less information regarding the scholarships and the accommodation and the payments that are supposed to be done during this period. Is this clear? Am I clear on that one?
Yeah, it's clear. I will wait for your update there.
Oh, okay. Vincent, you can go ahead.
Like some of us, we are far from school. So if you guys are near, would like maybe show us some boarding house that are outside, so that we know once we get there that we are safe. If you can help us.
Oh, okay. So for the boarding houses, I'll try to find some contacts to help some, but don't rely on me because I can't manage finding for about 40, 50, just like that. Maybe just for 1 to 10.
All right. Okay. It's not about finding
that
us, but yeah, it's okay. I've heard your point. But what I'm saying is not about finding for us, but if you say, okay, from here there's this kind of a boarding house, so that if we're moving, let's say some of us are staying in Southern Province, so for us to come in car, we have to make sure that okay, when we go, we are settled and all that. We get.
Okay, so for the boarding houses, there's a few just near the school, but then again, you are going to have to hurry up because they are limited. Because most people did not even know to say town campus was working as a campus for nurses and pharmacists. So as you were told, it was just recently introduced. It was mainly used for the guys who are doing IT, and there were a few. So they were accommodated in school, and it wasn't an issue. But now that there's more students coming, you're going to have to hurry up in terms of accommodation, both at town campus and for the boarding houses, because they're also limited. There's a few boarding houses that are near the school, because these guys never knew to say town campus was functioning that way. So there's a few boarding houses. When you come, we can show you around. Actually, maybe we're going to make a video just to show you the boarding houses that are available. So that's not a problem, but you're just going to have to hurry.
Now, all right. Then, in order for us to hurry, you guys should be fast.
All right. Any more questions?
Yes, I'm here. Some of us we're near, so can we come tomorrow to arrange for the bed spaces that are available in campus? Hello?
Okay, so on arrangement of bed spaces, you have to come on the actual day when your academic year starts.
Okay. Oh, so okay, all right.
Oh, Mr. Moses.
I think this one who is even near the the school, can also do us a favor by looking out or maybe capturing the states of the boarding houses around the campus so that we see how they are.
Oh, okay, all right. So on academics, you're all okay. It's academics.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I want to find out if everyone is okay with academics.
Okay, my concern is not my concern, but I suggest Mr. Banda maybe sends the list of courses that we're going to be taking. I think it's going to help us in some way.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yes.
And the town minister also mentioned that we will do what? Send the books and all that. The links he said, man, to be honest, they are, I don't, okay, it's not easy to follow. So if you could send PDF books or slides, I think that will help. And you guys should like send the list of the courses will be taken for this upcoming term so that we know if it means we have to prepare. And if we don't understand, then we engage ourselves in you talked about tuitions. I know that if he or she thinks, okay, here I need help, then we can come to you and say, okay, I need your service. But if you say no this time, man, no one can join because we don't know what to face. You get?
Oh, okay. Yes, we can always give you time. It's just up to you.
All right. Yeah. So we would like maybe like info us to say, okay, this semester or this term you face this and this. This term all you need is this and this. You can give your guidelines, even though we haven't started the tuitions. You give us, okay, this and this you need to do this, this and this you need
that one will be done.
All right.
It will be just your attendance on that day.
All right. Then it will be highly appreciated.
Oh, okay. Anyone else? Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, Moses. Okay, thank you everyone for your time. At least I've given you 80% of what you're supposed to know before you come. And at least to make everyone become during this period. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. We appreciate for your time. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that.